Hello, everybody. Welcome along to House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. All week, I will be joined by four famous faces, battling it out over a series of ridiculous rounds to win this extraordinary trophy. Shall we meet this week's players? They are Rachel Riley, JB Gill, Katie Derham, and Richard Herring. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to my well-appointed House of Games.
Very comfortable.
How do you like it?
I love it.
Very nice.
It's all right, isn't it? What do you think about the trophy, Richard?
I'm very excited about the trophy.
It is quite something, isn't it?
It is.
It's deeply radioactive. Whatever
Still
you do,
glowing.
don't touch it. Or sit near it. That's why it's over there. Rachel, welcome along.
Thank
now,
you.
all week you're going to be competing with these three. You're quite competitive, are you not?
I don't have much choice in it. It just kind of comes out naturally.
And who do you think your main rival will be this week?
I think it's everybody.
I
Absolutely
think it's quite
everybody.
a strong lineup, actually.
It really is.
Usually you look along the road and there's like one duffer. There is, come on.
And if it's, you
We
can't
know
see
that,
it,
right,
then
don't we?
where is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to work out who it is this time. JB, welcome along.
Thank you very much.
Now, every time I press this buzzer, a new game comes up. There are all sorts of different things. But as someone who's been an international pop star, then a songs of praise presenter, then a turkey farmer, I would say you've got a breadth of knowledge that you can handle pretty much anything.
Well, I hope so. I hope I'm not the duffer, that's for sure.
Oh, I wonder if he is. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Katie.
I can help you with that.
Good. Katie, now, at the end of the week, someone wins this trophy. We know that. But also, every day, there are daily prizes that you can take home. Shall we take a look at the selection today that you can choose from? The winner of today's House of Games could win one of the following. There is a smoking jacket, there's a House of Games cocktail shaker, there's a House of Games bread bin.
And the wig? Is the wig available to take home?
The wig, we can talk about that. we can discuss that. There's also a hand towel. What do you think you'd go for there, Katie, if you were to win today?
You know, I can never say no to a smoking jacket myself.
Oh, that'd be
you know?
nice, right?
Come on.
Lovely smoking jacket.
Channel my inner Noel Coward.
And Richard Herring at the
Hello.
end. Welcome along, sir. Now, stand-up comedians have a very good record on this show, but I do another show called Pointless on BBC One. It's OK. But you've been on that a few times and you've failed to win.
I've been very unlucky, I feel.
Yeah. I presume this week is redemption for you.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I've never won a TV quiz show.
Oh,
So,
this is
and
your
I've done
week.
loads of them. I'm very competitive, but I lose. It's the perfect scenario, isn't it? Because you hate competitive people, and then if they don't win,
Oh, it's
that's the
literally
best, isn't it?
perfect for me. Yeah. And also, everyone at home going, I think we found our duffer. So, everybody, I'll press this buzzer. I never know what round's coming up. You don't know either. Shall we play our first round on our first day?
Go on then.
Lovely. Here we go. Round one on Monday's House of Games is... Rhyme time. Nice and simple. Fingers on buzzers. I will ask you two questions at a time. The answers rhyme with each other. OK, you need to buzz in. Give me both answers.
We're leaning forward.
That's good.
OK.
I always judge the angle of the lean. That's where you see the competitiveness. Shall we see our first one?
Yes.
Good
It's a real
luck.
one. We're going for it.
Oh, yeah, we're going for it. This is
right.
actually on telly.
OK. Where?
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I'm as surprised as you,
When you ask
Rachel.
it round, Richard.
Yeah, weird, right? Here we go. Here's your first one. 45th President of the United States and Clive King novel about finding a caveman. That is Richard.
Donald Trump, Stig of the Dump.
Is the right answer. Well done.
Good.
Oh, you can relax now.
I was sitting
There we go.
45th.
Yeah,
Which one is
better
that
than the
one?
numbers.
I thought it was Clinton was the
Yeah, no, I
45th.
exactly. I was thinking, what rhymes with Clinton?
What rhymes with Roosevelt? Here's your next one. Pie filling of beef and beer. An alternative name for an orca. That is Rachel.
Steak and ale, killer whale.
Is the right answer. Well
All right,
done.
now I can relax.
Yeah. I have a feeling these two are quite competitive, just so you know. I have a feeling we might see a little bit of this week. Here's your next one. What is this and what is this? Rachel.
Parakeet Downing Street.
Is the correct answer. Parakeet 10 Downing Street. Well done.
Animals. I love my animals.
Well done. Here's your next one. Ghanaian appointed Secretary-General of the UN in 1997 and 90s male beauty pageant game show. Yes,
Kofi
Katie.
Annan, Man Oh Man.
Is the right answer, Katie.
Classic.
Well done for dredging Man Oh Man out of your memory
I
bank.
have to say, my friend won it. That's the
No
only... Yes,
way.
Wow.
For real.
Didn't get pushed in the pool.
Yeah, he did get pushed in the pool.
Oh,
Wow.
better.
And later became Secretary General of the UN. It's a really
The way
lovely
people's
story.
careers just
Yeah.
wiggle around, yeah.
Here's your next one. Who is this? And what is this song?
I don't want to talk about things we've gone through.
Yes, Katie.
Tommy Ball, winner takes it all.
It's incorrect, I'm afraid. Oh, Richard.
Bobby Ball winners.
Yeah, it's Bobby Ball. I'm so sorry. Tommy Cannon and Bobby Ball. Nice to see Richard being chivalrous there. It's immediately just...
I didn't know the song,
Yeah.
but I know Bobby Ball.
Here's your next one. Morecambe and Wise's first names and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure sequel. That's Richard Herring.
Eric and Ernie.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to
I
time
should
you
know
out. Anyone else want to buzz in? Rachel.
Eric and Ernie, Incredible Journey.
Ooh, it's not, I'm afraid. Anyone else?
Well, I could now.
Anyone else want to put an adjective in front of Journey and see where it gets them? Katie.
Eric and Ernie, excellent journey.
No,
Incorrect, I'm afraid. JB, do you want to buzz in? JB.
Eric and Ernie, Incredible Journey.
It's not, I'm afraid. It is
Bogus.
Eric and Ernie Bogus Journey. Well done,
bogus.
Richard.
I
say
just
well done,
thought it would
Richard.
come to me in the time I took to buzz.
Yeah, I saw exactly what you thought. Here's your next one. Children's TV show famous for giving out badges and Lloyd Webber musical about Ava Peron. That is JB.
Blue Peter. Don't know.
Rachel wins the... How about that? It's funny, Katie, I was saying about how competitive Rachel and Richard are going to be, and then you're literally going...
Literally bashing the button.
And I've got it as well.
Rachel.
Blue Peter Evita.
Blue Peter Evita is the right answer. Well done. I like you, JB. Final question of the round. Who is this? And what's the title of this song? Ah, Richard.
Annika Rice, wouldn't it be nice?
It-
Nice.
That's exactly right. Well done, Richard. Annika Rice, wouldn't it be nice? That's the end of that round. How did you do at home? Let's see how you did in the studio. We'll take a look at the score, shall we, after round one. JB with a very polite 0 at the moment. Katie, you have won. Joint leaders, Richard and Rachel, 3 points each. Very nice. Well done. Shall we go straight into another round? Get JB on the board.
Yep.
That's the way to do this. Shall we play? Dim sums. This is a team game. Oh, you know what? Your maths will actually not help you out here at all.
Yeah,
Which
no.
is probably a relief.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, don't worry. You're completely safe.
Passing across your face.
It's going to be tested.
The player in last place always chooses a partner in a pairs game. JB, that's currently you. Who would you like to team up with on this round?
I'm going to go with Rachel.
You're going to stay with Rachel?
Yeah.
That's good. Katie, that means you're on a team with Richard. Rachel and JB, you get to choose a category for this round. You can choose between these. Owls, British Prime Ministers, Rugby Union and Christmas.
I like owls and Christmas.
Owls and Christmas.
You're a turkey farmer, JB.
Yeah, should we go for Christmas?
Let's go for Christmas.
Christmas.
Christmas, lovely. JB and Rachel are going for Christmas. Now, look at what you're left with, you two.
I know.
What I'm going to do is put a sum at the bottom of the screen, OK? Something multiplied by something else equals 28.
OK.
OK? You have to complete the sum using 2 of the clues I'm about to show you. Your first clue is the number of televised Queen's Christmas Day broadcasts there have been. Number of years the UK Christmas #1 has had the word Christmas in the title. The number of ghosts who visit Scrooge in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And the number that precedes Swans Are Swimming in the standard version of the 12 Days of Christmas song.
Well, 7 swans are swimming.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Is it 4 ghosts? This is always a trick one, like
There's
Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future, and then like one of the is like Marley or someone. There's like another one that's in there.
That's a good shout.
So I think it's 4 times 7.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
OK, so you're going to go for the ghosts who visit Scrooge multiplied by Swans Are Swimming.
Yes.
Let's take a look. The first part of your sum, the ghosts who visit Scrooge, how many are there? 4.
Oh, it's a good start.
That is a good start. And how many swans are swimming are there? is the correct answer. Very well played.
Nailed it.
There's 5 ghosts in A Christmas Carol if it's the Muppets, though, so... Because there's two Marleys.
Weirdly, we weren't going with the Muppets version. We were. Let's take a look at the other answers. So the televised Queen's speeches, 60. And there's 6 Christmas number ones with Christmas in the title. Shall I tell you what they are?
Yeah, bonus.
Go on.
Lonely This Christmas by Mud, Merry Christmas Everyone, Shaky,
Yeah.
Do They Know It's Christmas, Band-Aid, Band-Aid 2 and Band-Aid 20, and Christmas Alphabet by Dickie Valentine.
Mariah Carey never made it to...
No.
Wow.
Yeah. Very well played. Now, beat that, Richard and Katie.
We won't.
What category would you like to go for, Katie?
Let's have a look.
and Richard.
Yeah.
Owls, British Prime Ministers or Rugby Union?
I don't know anything about owls or rugby union.
So
I probably know a
British
little
Prime-
bit
yeah,
about British
yeah,
Prime Ministers.
likewise,
British
yeah.
Prime
Gonna
Ministers.
go British Prime Ministers? OK, let's take a look at your sum. Something multiplied by something else equals 78. OK?
Already much harder.
It does. That is harder. Here are your clues. Up to and including Theresa May, the number of people who have served as Prime Minister under Queen Elizabeth II. Up to and including Gordon Brown, the number of different Labour Prime Ministers there have been. The number of full years in office served by Tony Blair, and the number of different Prime Ministers who served during the 20th century.
Wow.
Can't even work out what... Shall we work out what 78 divides by, first of all, and then go from there?
1 times 78 is...
8 doesn't go into it.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
6 goes into it. Right, so we're looking for a 6, and we're
Yes.
looking for a
Would that
13.
be a 13? All right, PM's during Elizabeth II's reign. That's not 13, and it's more...
So let's go backwards.
OK.
Theresa May, David Cameron, Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, Major, Thatcher, Callaghan, Wilson. That's when I stopped.
Then we were born.
I'm going forwards.
And then you've got, along the way, Eden,
Yeah.
Attlee,
Churchill.
Churchill, Macmillan, and Edward Heath.
Oh, yeah, Heath. We missed Heath out.
So we've got 13.
13, so that's...
13 Prime Ministers during Elizabeth II's reign.
And then what did I say? It had to be times 13.
13 times 6.
6. So Labour PMs, I don't think there's been 6 Labour PMs, as there was Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, Wilson,
Callaghan,
Oh, we're getting there.
Attlee.
Attlee.
No. I was going, not Michael Foot.
Oh, was there one in the 20s? Was it someone like MacDonald or something? Ramsay MacDonald?
Labour. Yeah, it's not since Elizabeth II, is it?
No.
Yeah, so you've got.
Ramsay MacDonald. Shall we go for that? Because I can't bother to work out the other 2.
I don't think anybody's got the will to listen to us try and fumble our way through how many points.
We think it's 6 times 13 PMs during Elizabeth II's reign and Labour PMs.
So you're going with the first 2 there, PMs during Elizabeth II's reign, Labour PMs. Let's take a look. PMs during Elizabeth II's reign, you want there to be 13.
Yeah.
There are 13.
nice.
Very nicely done.
Well done.
And so you need Labour PMs to be 6. So you're absolutely right. Very well played.
Got there.
Well played,
You have
everybody.
to work for that.
I think it's fair to say.
That is true.
They're clever this week, aren't they? That was very nicely done. We'll take a look at the other answers. The years Blair was PM was 10, and PMs in the 20th century there were 20. That is the end of that round. So shall we take a look at the scores?
Yeah.
Here they are. The big news. JB, welcome to the show. You have yourself a point. Katie 2 and Richard and Rachel still on the lead on 4 points. Let's take a look at round 3, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
OK, today it is... Broken Karaoke. Now, Broken Karaoke, our karaoke machine, as you may recall, is broken. We're going to show you the famous bits of some very famous songs, but we're only going to show you the first letter of each word of those songs. Comes up in the beat of the song as well. Can you tell us what these songs are? This is the sort of round that if, say, you'd sold 10 million records in JLS, you should be good at, JB. But, hey, listen.
Can we ask JB to sing it? If we get it?
Oh, that's a nice idea. Shall we play? Broken Karaoke, fingers on buzzers, everybody, and very, very best of luck. Here's your first one. It is from the year 1980, and here are your letters. That's the title. That is JB.
Call me.
Is the right answer. Let's have a little listen.
On the line.
That's the lyrics.
By Blondie, of course.
Yeah.
Well played, JB. Well done if you got that at home as well. Here is your next one. It is from 2005. Here we go. What's this song, please? Oh, no. There's a big TV talent show judge is one of the people in this band.
Not a Tom Jones song, is it?
No. JB.
My humps.
Is it My Humps?
Oh.
It is indeed. Well done.
Like I say, Tom Jones.
Black Eyed Peas. Will I Am. Well done if you got that at home. Good round for JB so far. Well played. Here is your next one. 1974. What's this song? Katie.
Waterloo.
Let's have a listen. Is that right? Oh, well played.
That is very impressive.
ABBA, of course. Final question of the round. What is this song? It is from 1982. Yes, Rachel.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Nice.
Is the right answer. Here it
Very
is. Well done, Rachel. Everyone's scoring points there apart from Richard. That's what we like to see. Shall we take a look at the scoreboards?
Yeah.
JB and Katie have 3 points. Richard has 4. Rachel now in the lead with 5 points. That is close, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we play round 4?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
going to be... Size matters. This is a round where we use our tablets.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you a question that has lots of correct answers. You need to write down a correct answer, but you need to write down the longest possible correct answer you can. So the correct answer with the most letters in it, OK? A point for the person who gets the longest answer, and 2 points if you get the longest possible answer. Do you want to see your first one?
Yes.
Here it is. Jim Carrey films. So cinema films starring Jim Carrey, including voice performances as well. Does that help, Katie?
Not at all, but thanks.
Have you got an answer at home? Jim Carrey film, looking for a long answer as well. Rachel, what have you gone for?
I went for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I was thinking of that.
Oh.
I was thinking of that. That's a
Yeah.
good answer. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Let's put it up on the board. 32 letters. JB, what have you gone with?
Mine wasn't quite so long, but Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
That's pretty good as well, though.
Yeah.
So JB says Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. 22 for Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Katie, what have you gone with?
I've gone for Eternal Sunshine of the Mind. No, not so spotless.
I
this
will
one,
give you that.
But
Yeah,
thank
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Well, I'm going to say that's 32 letters, just counting up in my head. And Richard, what have you gone with?
Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Nice. Oh,
no.
That is Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, 25. Rachel and Katie, you're going to score a point if that is a correct answer. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, is it correct? It is indeed. Well done. A point to both of you. Have you both scored 2 points, though? Is that the longest possible answer for an extra point? It is. Very well played.
Cool.
Very nicely done. I bet lots of people went for Ace Ventura, Pet Detective and thought nothing's beating that.
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, I wasn't quite so naive. I had a feeling there might be a longer one, but that was the only one that I knew.
Here's your next one. Hosts of the Winter Olympics. Those are the host cities or centres that have hosted a Winter Olympics. Not so cocky now, are we?
No.
I mean, I just watched the last one and I can't even...
Have you already got one?
Got one.
JB, we will start with you, sir. What have you gone with?
I've gone with Albertville.
Oh, that's a nice answer. Albertville, says JB. And that's 11 letters. Katie, what have you gone for?
I think this is right. Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. Oh, that's more letters, isn't it? That's
By
annoying.
one, I think.
Yeah, it
If
is.
it's right,
It is.
though.
It feels that Albertville is a longer answer than Salt Lake City. It's 12. Salt Lake City. Well done. Richard, what have you gone
Well, I
with?
don't know if Lake Placid came into my head. I don't know if that's a real place.
Lake Placid?
If it's got a double C in it, it's more letters. I put one C in.
That really is clutching at straws. Yeah.
3 eyes. Yeah.
It's very cold. Lake Placid is...
Lake Placid says Richard. That is 10. And Rachel, what
I
have you gone
went
with?
for a rather pathetic Whistler.
Whistler says Rachel. All good answers. Whistler is 8 letters. So, if Salt Lake City is a correct answer, Katie, you will have scored yourself a point. So, is Salt Lake City a correct answer? Yes, it is. Well played.
Good work.
It's been a good round so far, hasn't it? Are those others correct? Albertville is correct. Lake Placid is correct. And Whistler incorrect. They had lots of events there. It was Vancouver was the host city.
Really?
Now, I've got a really long answer for this one, but I'm not absolutely certain it was a host city.
So what's yours?
Garmisch-Partenkirchen.
Ooh.
And I never forget the name, so I used to watch Ski Sunday as a
Yes.
kid. That's one of those things. That just, you know when something goes in your head?
Name
Yeah.
as well.
It's an amazing name, Garmisch-Partenkirchen.
Okay, yeah.
Shall we see? Let's see.
Right.
Dumb.
21. Very well done if you said that one at home as well. Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at your last question. Prime numbers less than 100. Again, if JB was good at broken karaoke, this should be Rachel's round. I wonder if we'll find your speciality at some point, Richard. Bound to, right?
So harsh.
I reckon I got it. Let's end the round. It might not be a prime number, but
That's the
It's
thing,
long.
but it's long.
yeah, it's 2,500,000.
I love how much crossing out. OK. Katie, let's start with you, shall we?
Yeah. 73.
73, says Katie.
prime?
How many letters is that? 12. Richard, what have you gone for?
Well, it was 79. I don't know why I discounted 73.
79. I
Yeah.
can work out that's one fewer letter.
Yeah. I kind of
Yeah,
felt
is
9
73 a
was
prime number?
bigger than 3, you know. in my mind.
Yeah.
That's this round that messes with your mind a little bit, doesn't it? 79 says Richard, that's 11 letters. Rachel, what have you gone for?
I've gone with Katie, with loads of scrolling up, but 73.
73 as well. That must make you feel
I
good.
was going to say, that makes me feel so much better.
yeah. So that's 12 as well. JB, what have you said?
Gutted. 71.
71 says JB. I love it. Everyone worked out 70 very quickly. 71 says JB, which is 10. So 73, is that a correct answer? Is it a prime number? I'd be shocked if it wasn't, given Rachel's put it down. Is the correct answer. Very well done. A point for Rachel and Katie.
This is the girls' round.
But are you going to score 2 points? Is that the longest possible one you could have given? The longest possible answer is 73. Very well done.
Okay.
2 points for both of you again. Katie, you scored 5 points out of a possible 6 in this round.
Oh, coming from behind, though.
That's
so,
very... You were like
Yeah.
1 point behind. 79, 71, both correct answers, both very good answers, but not quite as good as 73. That is the end of that round. Tablets away, please. Should we take a look at what that has done to the scores? I'm going to say, gents, you could be in trouble on this leaderboard.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say after that round. It's very impressive stuff. Here's how it looks. JB has 3 and Richard has 4. It's a 2-horse race at the top, though. Katie with 8, Rachel with 9.
Nice.
Shall we play our final round?
Yep.
The final round is always the same, and it's always... Answer Smash. In Answer Smash, I show you a picture, there'll be a clue underneath. We smash the 2 answers together. If you haven't seen it, you'll work it out as soon as we do the first one. Buzz in, give me a correct answer, you score a point. Buzz in, give me an incorrect answer, you will lose a point.
So it could all change.
Not that much, Katie. Here's your first category. Martial artists. So there'll be a martial artist, there'll be a clue underneath. Smash them together, see what you get. Here's your first one. Best of luck, everyone. What type of worm was used, particularly in the 19th century, to help treat diseases through bloodletting? Yes, that is Richard.
Bruce Leach.
Is the right answer. Well done. So we got Bruce Lee, we got Leach. We smash them together, we get Bruce Leach.
That's the only martial artist I know.
There we go.
Sit back. Mine.
Here's your next one. In 2016, Philip Hammond was appointed to which cabinet post? Yes, Richard.
Jackie Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Jackie, Chancellor of the Exchequer is the right answer. Well done. Here's your next martial artist. Tom Cruise famously danced in his underwear in which 1983 film? That's the thing. Yes, JB.
Chuck Briefs.
Is incorrect, I'm afraid. You lose a point, JB. See, JB knows who it is. Katie knows the film. Shall I tell you?
Oh, you're going to
It's Chuck Norrisky business.
Norris,
Chuck Norris and risky business. Yes, we are aware it's ridiculous. We do know you don't need to write in. Here's your next category. Dangerous animals. Those will be the pictures. There'll be clues underneath. Here's your first one. What term, derived partly from the French for rotten, denotes a mixture of dried petals and spices used to perfume a room? Yes, Richard.
Hippopotpourri. Hippopotpourri.
Hippopotpourri. I will give you that. I'll give you hippopotpourri. You're getting that because it's Monday. On Tuesday, you're not having any of that, but yeah, hippopotpourri. Here's your next one. Which band had a 1983 top 10 UK hit single with Africa? Yes, Katie.
Mosquito toe.
It's the right answer. Well done. Mosquito and Toto. Mosquito toe. Here's your next dangerous animal. What word is used to describe hosiery with a large, often diamond-shaped open mesh weave? That is Rachel.
Jellyfish nets.
Jellyfish nets is the correct answer. Well done. This is so close. Here's your next category. Toys. In Back to the Future, Doc Brown constructs a time machine from a car made by which manufacturer? Should I tell you?
Oh, I know the first one.
Oh, do you?
The second.
Dreidel something.
It is a dreidel-orian.
Oh.
Dreidel-orian.
Dreidel.
Oh, is it a dreidel?
It's a Jewish thing. Dreidel,
Is it
dreidel,
really?
dreidel.
A dreidel.
We made you out of clay. Nobody else? No, fine.
Thank you.
Here's your next one. What's this toy and what's the answer to this clue? Which London venue was used for the beach volleyball competition during the London 2012 Olympics? That is Katie.
Hobby Horse Guards Parade.
Is the right answer. Hobby Horse Guards Parade. Well played. This is super, super close. And competitive. Here's the next one.
Exciting.
For which 2005 horror film did Paris Hilton win a Worst Supporting Actress Razzie Award? That is Rachel.
Doll's House of Wax.
Is the right answer, Rachel. Well played. Doll's House, House of Wax. Time is up.
Gotta be even.
Time is
Gotta be.
up. That was super close. Are we going to have a tie break on our hands? Let's take a look. It's been a terrific performance from everybody. It's been a great show. But who has won Monday's House of Games? Our winner is... Rachel Riley by 1 point. JB losing a point in that last round. 2, Richard 7, Katie in second place with 10. Rachel is our winner. Congratulations. A nice start to the week, isn't it?
Wow, I can relax now.
Would you like to choose your prize?
There's nothing better than the smoking jacket.
You're going with the smoking
Obviously,
jacket?
It's
Rachel
red, it's
Riley
black.
takes home a House of Games smoking jacket. Very well
I'll be
done.
watching
Well
the football
played.
in that.
Let's take a look at our first weekly leaderboards. We'll take these points forward to tomorrow. JB, you have 1 point. Richard 2, Katie 3, and Rachel 4. Plenty to play for the rest of the week, though. It is going to be very, very close this week, I would say, between the 4 of you. It's going to be a lot of fun as well. Thank you so much. I'll see you again, same time, same place. See you again as well on House of Games.